gentlemen, please stand for the processional.
presentation of colors, and the national anthem. Colors will be presented by the United States Army, Air Force, and Naval Reserve Officers Training Corps. The national anthem will be sung by Mr. Jacob Allen Paul, soloist. Jacob is graduating today. Good afternoon. Please be seated. I am Karen Weddle West, University Provost. I want to welcome you to the spring convocation of the 105th commencement of the university. We are extremely proud of our graduating class. Today, we will award a total of 2,505 degrees from the 13 schools and colleges that comprise the university. This brings the number of degrees awarded since 1912 to 165,811. The University of Memphis annually honors those who graduated 50 years ago with the Half-Century Club induction. Today, the university welcomed members of the classes of 1966 and 1967 into this special group at a reception prior to this commencement ceremony. Each inductee has received a medallion symbolizing the significant milestone. We would like to recognize our Half-Century Club members in attendance and invite them to the stage. Mr. Kim Barnett, President of the National Alumni Association, will lead the group. The following U of M graduates of the classes of 1966 and 1967 were inducted today in the Half-Century Club. The class of 1966 includes James Corbett, Sylvia Jewar, John McClanahan, Claudine Stansberry, R. Dean Tudor, and Carl Williams. The class of 1967 includes Elizabeth Rucker, Gracie Collins, Patrick Corbett, Priscilla Davis, Tom Fristick, Seabirch Johnson, Clifford Johnson, Richard Maddox, Sally Mazzone, Shirley McCrae, Christian Outlaw, Irvin Tankersley, and Edward Lanau. Please join me in congratulating all of the members of our Half-Century Club inductees. Another round of applause for the wonderful work. Thank you. Thank you so much. At this time, I would also like to introduce some special members of the platform party. Please stand as you are introduced. Ms. Tammy Hedges, Vice President of External Relations. Ms. Melanie Murray, University Counsel. Dr. Andy Myers, Vice President for Research and Executive Director, University of Memphis Research Foundation. Ms. Jeannie Smith, Interim Vice President, Business and Finance. Dr. Robert J. Jackson, Chief Information Officer. Dr. Darrell C. Ray, Vice President for Student Affairs. Dr. Reginald Leon Green, Professor representing the Faculty Senate. Dr. Sylverna Ford, Dean, University Libraries. Dr. Ann Hogan, Dean, College of Communication and Fine Arts. Dr. Dan Lattimore, Dean, University College. Dr. Roger Cruz, Associate Dean, College of Arts and Sciences. It is my pleasure now to introduce Mr. Jared Lamont Moses, President of the Student Government Association. Jared is receiving his baccalaureate degree today. Jared.
Good afternoon. My name is Jared Moses, and I served as the president of the Student Government Association this past academic year. It is with a sincere joy and excitement to say that I am so glad that we have made it to this moment in our academic and professional lives. Take a moment to applaud yourselves for this accomplishment. College is a time for exploration, no matter the degree level being sought. During our years in school, we have chartered our own paths. Some of you have chosen the path of education, making sure the children of the future are well taken care of. Shout out to education. Many of you decided to pursue a degree in nursing to make a difference by helping others in their critical times of need. A brave bunch of you handpicked engineering and worked tirelessly to learn how to better improve this country's infrastructure and even healthcare. But no matter what degree plan all of us chose, a commonality between all of us is that it was not the degree itself that kept us going, but the people within our programs and majors. Maya Angelou once said, "When people show you who they are, believe them." As a student at the U of M, I got to know a lot of people and grew from the differences among all of the students. Mariah Martini taught me and anyone she encountered through her personable and caring demeanor that life is too short to live closed-minded, but to have fun in whatever we do. Or being constantly reminded from Natalie Moore, a strong, independent woman, and my Joe Biden of SGA, that anything is possible with persistence and bravery. And the memories shared with many other students like Dontavia Swift, Tierra Cross, and Brian Deal. Dr. Benjamin L. Hooks once stated that we must face the future unafraid. The future is ours, and it so greatly needs our help. We, as the U of M graduating class of 2017, must show our community and the world that we are prepared to tackle any challenge and accomplish any goal. I know that the long hours all of you have put into earning this degree. Be proud of what you have achieved, but do not be content. In closing, at the 50th anniversary of the Selma March, former President Barack Obama said, "It is you, the young and the fearless at heart, the most diverse and educated generation in our history, who the nation is waiting to follow." Let us not allow our great education to go to waste. Class of 2017, are you ready? Again, congratulations, and go Tigers.
Thank you, Jared. It is also my distinct pleasure to introduce our 12th President of the University of Memphis, Dr. M. David Rudd.
Let me add my welcome to you to the spring convocation of the 105th Commencement at the University of Memphis. Today is an exciting day for those of us at the university. We have had the opportunity to work with you as students, get to know you as individuals, and become aware of your talents and dreams. We have watched you learn, mature, and now we have the opportunity to see you move to the next phase in your lives. It is a thrill for us to be involved in your education. Now, it is a pleasure to be able to introduce your commencement speaker for today. Dr. John B. King Jr. is President and CEO of the Education Trust, a national not-for-profit organization that seeks to identify and close opportunity and achievement gaps from preschool through college. Dr. King served as the U.S. Secretary of Education from 2016 to 2017 as a member of President Barack Obama's administration. Before becoming Education Secretary and beginning in January 2015, Dr. King carried out the duties of the U.S. Deputy Secretary of Education, overseeing all policies and programs related to P-12 education, English learners, special education, and educational innovation. In his role, Dr. King also oversaw the agency's operations. Secretary King joined the department following his tenure as the first African American and Puerto Rican to serve as the New York State Education Commissioner, a post that he held from 2011 to 2015. Dr. King's life story is an extraordinary testament to the transformative power of education. Both of Dr. King's parents were career New York City public school educators, whose example serves as an enduring inspiration for his life. Dr. King's parents passed away from illness when he was 12 years old. He credits the New York City public school teachers, particularly educators at PS 276 and Mark Twain Junior High School in Coney Island, for literally saving his life by providing him with rich and engaging educational experiences and by giving him hope for the future. Dr. King holds a Bachelor of Arts in Government from Harvard University, a JD from Yale Law School, as well as a Master of Arts in Teaching of Social Studies and a doctorate in education from the Teachers College at Columbia University. Secretary King lives in Tacoma Park, Maryland, with his wife, a former kindergarten and first grade teacher, and his two daughters, who now both attend public schools. Please join me in welcoming Secretary King.
Thank you so much for the kind introduction. To President Rudd, the Board of Trustees, faculty, and staff, I'm honored to celebrate this occasion with you. To the families, spouses, mentors, and friends who have supported this class on their journey to this moment, thank you. The delight in this day belongs to you. And I want to ask us all to recognize all the parents and spouses and folks who've supported this class of 2017. Most importantly, to the class of 2017, the Tigers, congratulations. Each of you have worked hard to earn the distinction of graduating from the University of Memphis. You balance challenging classes with clubs, sports, and Greek life, and gained lifelong friends. You lifted up groundbreaking research while you held down 1 or 2 jobs. You Instagrammed every single one of the 100 tiger sculptures on campus and around town. You marched in the band, and you marched in the streets for causes you believed in. And you discovered your medal in Memphis. As you prepare to graduate, though, you may look out at the state of our nation and world and be concerned. We see conflict and divisive politics in America and around the globe. We see disparities in opportunity in our nation that are often drawn along lines of race, class, and gender. In too many communities, we see growing inequality and frustration directed at the other, blaming immigrants or people of a different faith. But on this day, as we celebrate all you have achieved, we must remind ourselves of all that is possible and embrace the challenge of making our nation and world better for all. Indeed, the promise of America is that through hard work and perseverance, everyone can lead a thriving life. Nancy Davis, who graduates today with this class, embodies this ideal. Nancy earned her associate's degree in 1965. She became a flight attendant, got married, and started a family. And she never stopped pursuing her dream of earning a bachelor's degree. Nancy attended 4 colleges as her husband's job took their family across the country. Eventually, Nancy put her college dreams on hold so that she and her husband could put their kids through school. Finally, Nancy was 1 semester from earning her bachelor's degree, but then Nancy's husband suffered a stroke, and she became a full-time caregiver. Thankfully, Nancy's husband pulled through, and because of the university's Finish Line program, Nancy, this morning, at the age of 71, earned that hard-fought degree. That's the promise of America, that with grit and determination, all of us can achieve our dreams. Our nation's history is the story of that promise being made more real in fits and starts for an ever-widening circle of Americans. From the Civil War to the Civil Rights Movement, from women's suffrage to the continuing fight for equal pay for equal work, progress has been far too slow, but it has been real. Through your education, you understand our current challenges and our history. But it's not just what you learn that matters. It's what you do with what you learn. And I believe one of the most important values of the education that you've received is how you will apply the knowledge and skills that you've gained to one of the most important roles of your life, the role of citizen. So today I'd like to talk about the joyous responsibility we have as citizens to improve our communities and our nation. I want to show you how joy, empathy, and hope should drive how you approach your role as citizen in order to strengthen our society, strengthen our democracy, and ensure that we make progress on issues that you care about. First, I want to reassure you that you're up to the task. Your education here at University of Memphis has prepared you for good citizenship. You've learned to work collectively, to solve problems, to appreciate diversity in opinions, ideas, and people. These skills and dispositions are vital to becoming a contributing member of a community. You've also learned to grapple with the hard parts of our history, the legacy of which is with us today, including slavery and racism and sexism and violence and discrimination. But you also have come to understand that as citizens, your engagement can make a difference on these issues. We can be better than that history. And indeed, education's role in this country has long been to prepare Americans to contribute to our democracy. Thomas Jefferson wrote that through education, Americans must come to understand their duties to their neighbors and country, to know their rights, and to exercise with order and justice those rights they retain. Our founders defined those rights as life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And while the America of the founders did not reflect the ideal that all are created equal, we can be proud that our nation continues to work toward that ideal. But the thing we must never forget about equal opportunity and our rights is that they exist only through vigilant and active citizenship. Citizenship must protect these things. And I'm not just talking about marches and protests, although they are essential. Standing up for our rights also means sitting down at community meetings and engaging with neighbors. It means joining campaigns and running for office yourself. It means pulling the disenfranchised up by providing access to health care in impoverished communities or teaching children in struggling schools. Today, too often people think of citizenship as a dusty relic. But this challenge isn't new. John Dewey, an early pioneer in American education, wrote, "The trouble is that we've taken our democracy for granted. We have thought and acted as if our forefathers had founded it once and for all. We have forgotten that it has to be enacted anew in every generation." And that's what I call upon all of you, graduates, to do, to refresh and redefine for a new generation what it means to be a good citizen. And I want to talk about 3 suggestions for how to do that. First is to recognize that the duty of citizenship is joyous. The core value of this country, that you can make of your life what you will, that's an uplifting notion. And it's in the fulfillment of our basic civic duties that we can express that joy. So I want to challenge you on this. How many of you have grumbled at paying taxes? It might be a stretch for me to encourage you to be jubilant when you file your tax returns each April, but exercising this civic obligation is vital for delivering to us things that we value, from schools to the protection of our military, to services that keep us healthier, and I dare say, happier. How many of you have complained about our politics but neglected to vote? We have to realize the importance of exercising this duty in presidential elections and in contests that decide who represents us in City Hall, the State House, and Congress. America has some of the lowest participation rates of voters in the free world, especially among young people. But voting is one of the most powerful things you can do as a citizen. Election results won't always please you, but your active voting should be cherished since it's a right people fought and died to secure. How many of you have dreaded jury duty? Our nation's justice system depends upon people who serve on juries. And juries aren't just for deciding guilt. They provide a review of how the law applies to everyone. In this way, as a juror, you uphold equity and fairness, an important task that you can and should feel good about doing. Law professor Andrew Guthrie Ferguson has written about these duties, saying, "Citizenship is not always grand and soaring, but involves daily, ordinary actions of maintenance." And I would argue in those actions, we can find the joy in making democracy work. My next suggestion for renewing your role as citizen is to exercise empathy. That can be hard to do. It can be difficult to put yourself in another's place, to appreciate someone else's perspective and experience, and to be inclined to care for a stranger. But until we begin to understand and respect people whose lives are different from our own, divisions in our communities and country will only grow. Standing here, not far from where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated, I think of Dr. King and his final speech here in Memphis. In it, he recounts the story of the Good Samaritan. As the story goes, 2 men passed another man in need on a dangerous road. Neither man stopped to help the man in need. A Good Samaritan approached the man who required help, and despite the threat of being attacked by thieves, the Good Samaritan assisted the man who struggled. Dr. King notes the Good Samaritan did not ask himself, "If I stop to help this man, what will happen to me?" Instead, he reversed the question and asked, "If I do not stop to help this man, what will happen to him?" Good citizenship requires that we challenge ourselves and assist others. When we empathize with all who struggle, we glimpse the bonds we share. My final piece of advice is to approach your vital, joyful, empathetic role as citizen with a sense of hope. Our democracy can be slow to change, but you cannot let that discourage you from pushing our country towards its highest ideals. In this, I'm reminded of my uncle, Haldane King. He grew up in New York City when America was deeply segregated. Yet my uncle loved his country and defended it as a Tuskegee Airman, one of the first African-American pilots in the U.S. military. Even while he served, my uncle faced racism from his fellow servicemen and from his fellow countrymen. After the war, when he came back, he wanted to become an accountant, which is what he was trained to do, but he couldn't get a job as an accountant because of his race. That could have made him bitter and angry. But instead, what he chose to do was to become a firefighter, to again risk his life for his fellow citizens. He went on to return to the Air Force and pursue a career there, leading even to working in the Pentagon. My uncle experienced intense discrimination, yet he maintained the hope always that the injustices he endured would give way to the righteous American ideals he fought to make real. That sense of unwavering hope, that belief that America can be better still, that we can be truer still to our fundamental values, is what will sustain you as well. As you prepare to throw your graduation caps in the air, know that if you exercise your role as citizen with joy, empathy, and hope, that you can meet these days of challenge and opportunity and all the days ahead with a deeper sense of purpose. You can develop a more profound appreciation for your neighbors, and you can approach the world with a better understanding of how we can improve it. To the class of 2017, it has been my honor to speak with you. Congratulations, good luck, and thank you for your willingness to become great citizens. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Dr. King, for your timely, insightful, and meaningful comments. I'm pleased now to award the honorary degree. The University of Memphis and its Board of Trustees have authorized the awarding of the honorary degree to our esteemed speaker, Dr. John B. King, Jr.
Let's get a picture of this.
I just want to say thank you so much for this honorary degree, and it is particularly an honor to share it with my fellow classmates of the class of 2017.
Thank you, Dr. John King. We will now recognize each of the graduates. Their names will be read by Mr. Jacob Allen, Associate Professor, Musical Theater, and Ms. Tammy Jones, Instructor, English. At this time, I ask our guests to join us in acknowledging the accomplishments of our graduates. We draw your attention to the overhead screen that will allow you to have a close-up view of each candidate with President Rudd. The candidates for the doctoral degrees will be presented by Dr. Jaspiel Dollywall, Vice Provost for Academic Affairs and Dean of the Graduate School.
President Rudd, I present the candidates for the doctoral degrees. Will the doctoral candidates please rise and remain standing? President Rudd, on behalf of the graduate faculty of the university, I recommend that the appropriate degrees be conferred.
Ladies and gentlemen of the graduating class, upon certification by the graduate school that you have fulfilled all of the requirements for graduation, and by the authority vested in me by the University of Memphis Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the doctoral degree that you have earned and admit to you all rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. You will receive the appropriate diploma.
Callie Cabrini Dugas, Doctor of Audiology, Dr. Cassandra Banks Hooding, Dr. Linda Jomerlowitz, Dean. Shelley Traylor Heath, Doctor of Audiology, Dr. Cassandra Banks Hooding, Dr. Linda Jomerlowitz, Dean. Caitlin Elise Nelms, Doctor of Audiology, Dr. Cassandra Banks Hooding, Dr. Linda Jarmolowitz, Dean. Amy Deborah Schneider, Doctor of Audiology, Dr. Cassandra Banks Hooding, Dr. Linda Jarmolowitz, Dean. Jia Cheng Lee, Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. D. Kimbrough Aller Hooding, Dr. Linda Jarmolowitz, Dean. Stephanie Michelle McMillan, Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. D. Kimbrough Aller Hooding, Dr. Linda Jarmolowitz, Dean. Doris Kakra Amwa, Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. Fawaz Meziak Hooding, Dr. James Gurney, Dean. Pradeep Srinivasa Brahma Podida, Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. Fawaz Meziak Hooding, Dr. James Gurney, Dean. Tequila Andrea Banks, Doctor of Education, Dr. Reginald Leon Green Hooding, Dr. Candy Hill Clark, Dean. Kamashila Tanika Connor, Doctor of Education, Dr. Reginald Leon Green Hooding, Dr. Candy Hill Clark, Dean. Marcus Latrell Matthews, Doctor of Education, Dr. Reginald Leon Green Hooding, Dr. Candy Hill Clark, Dean. Suzette Guy Payne, Doctor of Education, Dr. Reginald Leon Green Hooding, Dr. Candy Hill Clark, Dean. Ingrid Alicia Thomas, Doctor of Education, Dr. Reginald Leon Green Hooding, Dr. Candy Hill Clark, Dean. Brian Wade Brewer, Doctor of Education, Dr. Charisse Gulosino Hooding, Dr. Candy Hill Clark, Dean. John H. Lewis, Doctor of Education, Dr. Jeffrey Wilson Hooding, Dr. Candy Hill Clark, Dean. Bobby Eugene Smith, Doctor of Education, Dr. Jeffrey Wilson Hooding, Dr. Candy Hill Clark, Dean. Charlene Cannell White, Doctor of Education, Dr. Jeffrey Wilson Hooding, Dr. Candy Hill Clark, Dean. Erin Catherine Shaw, Doctor of Education, Dr. Cliff Mims Hooding, Dr. Candy Hill Clark, Dean. Kevin Douglas Smith, Doctor of Education, Dr. Cliff Mims Hooding, Dr. Candy Hill Clark, Dean. Dana L. Skelly, Doctor of Education, Dr. Lori McGillivray Hooding, Dr. Candy Hill Clark, Dean. Ming Fan, Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. Gang Chi Hooding, Dr. Richard Joseph Swigard, Dean. Yushin Chi, Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. Gang Chi Hooding, Dr. Richard Joseph Swigard, Dean. Tolu Walope Adekunla Ayangbai, Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. Albert Okanade Hooding, Dr. Rajiv Grover, Dean. Jeffrey Morris Babin, Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. Andrew Hussey and Dr. William T. Smith Hooding, Dr. Rajiv Grover, Dean. Joshua Tyler Coleman, Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. Marla B. Royne Stafford Hooding, Dr. Rajiv Grover, Dean. Zhaohu Deng, Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. Sandra C. Mortal Hooding, Dr. Rajiv Grover, Dean. Gada Gaber Ismail, Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. Thomas McInish Hooding, Dr. Rajiv Grover, Dean. Scott Eli Moody, Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. Ben Kadia, Major Professor, Dr. Rajiv Grover, Dean.
At this time, President Rudd will confer the graduate degrees. The deans will introduce the candidates. Dr. Linda Jamalowitz, Interim Dean, School of Communication, Sciences and Disorders, will introduce the school's candidates, followed by Dr. James Gurney, Interim Dean, who will introduce the candidates for the School of Public Health. Dr. Jamalowitz.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in the School of Communication, Sciences and Disorders, please stand. President Rudd, on behalf of the faculty of the school, I recommend that the appropriate degree be conferred. Please remain standing.
Candidates for the Master of Public Health and the Master of Health Administration degrees, please stand and remain standing. President Rudd, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Public Health, I recommend that the appropriate degrees be conferred.
The School of Communication Sciences and Disorders and the School of Public Health master's candidates, upon certification by the graduate school that you have fulfilled all of the requirements for graduation and by the authority vested in me by the University of Memphis Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the master's or specialist degree that you have earned and all rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. You will receive the appropriate diploma. Please be seated.
At this time, President Rudd will confer the remaining graduate degrees. Dr. Jasper Dollywall, Vice Provost, Academic Affairs, and Dean of the Graduate School will introduce the school candidates.
Will all the candidates for the remaining specialist and master's degrees please rise and remain standing? President Rudd, on behalf of the graduate faculty of the university, I recommend that the appropriate degrees be conferred.
Ladies and gentlemen of the graduating class, upon certification by the graduate school that you have fulfilled all of the requirements for graduation, and with the authority vested in me by the University of Memphis Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the degree that you have earned and admit to you all rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. You will receive the appropriate diploma. Please be seated.
President Rudd, the deans of the colleges and schools of the candidates for the baccalaureate degree will present the undergraduate candidates as printed in the program. As your college or school is introduced, please rise and remain standing for the conferral of the baccalaureate degree. Dr. Richard Schweigert, Dean, Herff College of Engineering.
Will all candidates for the baccalaureate degrees from the Herff College of Engineering please rise? President Rudd, on behalf of the faculty of the college, I recommend that the appropriate degrees be conferred. You may be seated.
Dr. Richard Bloomer, Director, School of Health Studies.
Will all the candidates for the baccalaureate degree from the School of Health Studies please rise? President Rudd, on behalf of the faculty of the school, I recommend that the appropriate degrees be conferred. Please be seated.
Dr. Candy Hill Clark, Dean, College of Education.
Will candidates for the baccalaureate degrees from the College of Education please rise? President Rudd, on behalf of the faculty of the college, I recommend the appropriate degree be conferred. You may be seated. Thank you.
Dr. Lynn Zahn, Dean, Lowenberg College of Nursing.
All the candidates for the baccalaureate degree from the Lowenberg College of Nursing, please rise. President Rudd, on behalf of the faculty of the college, I recommend appropriate degree be conferred. You may be seated. Thank you.
Dr. Raudesh Palakirthi, Director, Kimmons Wilson School of Hospitality and Resort Management.
Will all the candidates for the baccalaureate degree from the Kimmons Wilson School of Hospitality and Resort Management please rise? President Rudd, on behalf of the faculty of the school, I recommend that the appropriate degrees be conferred. Please be seated.
Dr. Rajiv Grover, Dean, Fogelman College of Business and Economics.
Will all the candidates for the baccalaureate degree from the Fogelman College of Business and Economics please rise? That's a lot. President Rudd, on behalf of the faculty of the college, I recommend that the appropriate degree be conferred. You may be seated.
Okay, sounds like some people are excited about graduating. Will all of the candidates for the baccalaureate degree please rise? That's all of the candidates for the baccalaureate degree. Please rise. That's every one of you. Ladies and gentlemen of the graduating class of the undergraduate schools and colleges of the University of Memphis, with approval of the undergraduate faculties of the university and upon certification by the dean of your college that you have fulfilled all of the requirements for graduation, and with the authority vested in me by the University of Memphis Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the degree that you have earned and admit to you all rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. You will receive the appropriate diploma. Now at this time, it is customary that you move your tassel from the right to left, signifying that you have earned your baccalaureate degree. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Graduates who have distinguished themselves in their academic work by graduating with honors are listed in the program and can be identified by their honor cords. As I identify each honors group, please stand. But first, we would like to acknowledge the amazing accomplishments of those candidates who have earned all A's while matriculating through degree completion. Will all candidates who have earned all A's please stand? What an amazing feat. Congratulations, you may be seated. Now will all summa cum laude with gold cords please stand so that we may acknowledge your accomplishments. Summa cum laude. Congratulations, you may be seated. Red represents magna cum laude. Please stand so that we may acknowledge your accomplishments. Thank you, please be seated. White represents cum laude. Please rise. Thank you, you may be seated. Phi Kappa Phi is the University of Memphis' highest all-discipline academic honor society. It represents the top 10% of each college or school. Would all members of Phi Kappa Phi, including the faculty and administration, please rise and be recognized? Thank you. Mr. Kim Barnett, President of the National Alumni Association and Association Life Member, brings remarks on behalf of the Alumni Association. Mr. Barnett received both his bachelor's and executive MBA from the University of Memphis. Mr. Barnett?
Good afternoon, class of 2017. Oh, come on, we can do better than that. Good afternoon, class of 2017. Woo! Act like you're getting ready to go somewhere, because you are. First of all, let me say to those future alumni members, those of you who are wearing the blue stoles, today begins your first day of full membership in the Alumni Association. Let me be one of the first to congratulate all of you from the University of Memphis National Alumni Association. On behalf of the more than 167,000 alumni of our great university, congratulations on your accomplishment. Today marks the beginning of an exciting chapter in your journey. You are now a part of the True Blue Tiger family, a prestigious community that stretches across the nation and around the globe. You now join the ranks of alumni that include the likes of such notable alums as Trey Hargett, the Tennessee Secretary of State, David Lillard, our Tennessee State Treasurer, Marvin Ellison, CEO of JCPenney, Dana Gabrion, Executive Producer of a hit TV show, Anthony Penny Hardaway, a former NBA player, D'Angelo Williams, and Stephen Gostowski, easy for me to say, but a noted NFL players, James Strickland, your mayor of Memphis, and of course, our Jared Moses, who is moving on today to become one of these. I challenge you to join this group and become a notable alum as well. As a congratulatory gift, the Alumni Association is pleased to present each of you with a complimentary first-year associate membership to the Alumni Association. So as you leave campus to share your talents with the world, the University of Memphis National Alumni Association will be right beside you, keeping you connected to your alma mater. As an alum, I'm asking you to speak well of your alma mater, to send your children and your grandchildren to the University of Memphis, to stay engaged through alumni activities, and give to the university when you can. Always remember, wherever you are, you're a Memphis Tiger, you are our future, and you are true blue. Go Tigers!
Thank you, Mr. Barnett. Each college will now proceed to the stage. The graduate students precede the undergraduate students by college or school.
These are the graduates who have earned a degree in the School of Communication Sciences and Disorders. Dr. Linda D. Jarmulowicz, Dean. The following candidates have earned the Master of Arts degree. Sarah Elizabeth Bright. Katie Christine Connors. Nicole Alyssa Goff. Carissa Joy Henschel. Teresa Hill Huey. Jennifer Elizabeth Ladmero. Morgan Tynes Monteverde. Abigail Dobbs Moore. Marcy H. Savov. Jennifer Lynn Wharton. These are the graduates who have earned a degree in the School of Public Health. Dr. James Gurney, Dean. The following candidates have earned the Master of Health Administration. Kendra Daniela Attaway. John Irvin Baldwin III. Christopher Taylor Burleson. Timothy Lee Dyer. Paige Phelan. Colin Green. David Jackson. Richa Cabra. Ramandeep Kaur. Timothy Keogh VI. Morgan McLennan. Deepan Jai Mistry. Kyle Robert Myrick. Keisha Nichols. Natalie Leonid Ocean. Ripple Dilip Kumar Patel. Jonah Cross Pulliam. Maxwell Schwam. Landon Dean Welch. Lindy Renee Wilson. The following candidates have earned the Master of Public Health. Anam Abbas. Ashlyn Leanne Cahill. Cheryl Elaine Classell. Condra Elizabeth Crawley. Casey Renee Foster. Martavius LaRae Hampton. Timonisha J. Holmes. Victoria Danielle Little. Kristen Charles Malone. Megan Brooke Meadows. Stephanie Ann Modert. Leah Ann Reish. Broderick Stevens. Obrinka Gabriella Thompson. Lisa Erin Wong. Edward Decorian Wiley. These are the graduates who have earned a degree in the Herf College of Engineering. Dr. Richard Swigert, Dean. Jarrett Todd Anderson, Student Marshal for the Herf College of Engineering, is receiving the Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering and the Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering degrees. The following candidates have earned the Master of Science degree. Suman Acharya. Wasi Udin Ahmed. Christopher Todd Barfield. Tarika Beds. Andrew Scott Garth. Yan Gong. Gauri Habalmat. Adit Lalithbai Joshi. Kavia Goganti. Benjamin Tanner Ogletree. Parash Panadi. Satya Perry. Carlos Montez Wells. Kalyan Chalkvorthy Yalamaraju. Adam John Zisk. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Engineering. Jonathan Edward Demoda. Garrett Ransom. Lisa Nicole Gibson. Jillian Garcia Gonzalez. Kyle Adam Johnson. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering degree. John Thomas Hudson. Shauna Ann Marie Lee. Daryl James Warburg. Cody McCrae Isbell. Derek Weldon Ryan. Justin David Carter. Brandon Scott Church. John Andrew Coleman. Kyle Ham. William Anderson Key. Caitlin McGrath. Derek M. Porter. Cody Van Ryan. Olivia Brenna Wiseman. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering degree. Preston Chandler Darling. Lucas Latham. Roderick Liddale Bland, Jr. James Grayson Cupid. Joshua Kelly. Ming Alexander Yet Liu. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering degree. Andrew Bryant. Wadamagan Samira Ferris. Brandon Hunter Connor. Benjamin Lance McGee. Lambert Ainsley Daniel Marks. Christopher Lee Gardner. Darnell Khalil Humphrey. Austin James Welch. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Engineering Technology degree. Jackson Thomas Greer. Sean Lee Westcott. Matthew Cawson. Marlena Rache Meredith. Kimberly Solano Antunes. Tyler L. Dunaway. Nathan Harty. John R. Hudson. Stephen Michael Lovelace. Terica Parker. Isaiah Irving Bryant. Yavani Yer Gopar Reyes. Edwin Lazo. Corey Lilly. Derek Stephen Myers. Nasser Amin Mohammed. Daniel Pace. Eric B. Richmond, Jr. Lawrence Allen Smith. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering degree. Ashley Birmingham. Carlos E. Canelo. Karina May Carter. Cameron James Elliott Denny. Daniel Joseph Ervoich. Ken Mitchell. Valerie Sanderson. Clayton Donald Smith. Austin Eric Stone. Blake Michael Bartlett. Wyman Channing Brown. Bradley Aaron Spencer Cohen. Robert Anthony DeLuca, Jr. Catherine Dixon. Heen Min Do. Megan Elizabeth Galback. Stevenson Gibson. Jeremy A. Hines. Husan A. Jashir. Alex Brandon Jones. Keith Reuben Williams Kriskovich. Christopher Lemons. Gary Antonius Liddell Jr., Aaron Little, Derek Durrell Payne, Abibi Escazilla Temeskin, Lauren Blakely Urin, Billy Patrick Wheeler, Nicholas Kyle Wilson, Scott Michael Zambito,
These are the graduates who have earned a degree in the School of Health Studies, Dr. Richard Bloomer, Director. Phoebe Jo Bauer, Student Marshal for the School of Health Studies, is receiving the Bachelor of Science in Education degree. Victoria Hudgings, Student Marshal for the School of Health Studies, is receiving the Bachelor of Science in Education degree. The following candidates have earned the Master of Science degree. Justin Kyle Bowles, Caitlin Michelle Downing, Daniel I. Gregg, Erica Renee Hawkins, Jessica Lynn Hill, Angela Christine Johnson, Harold Wekshang Lee, Tiffany Amber Settinger, Ross Eric Smith, Jacqueline Marie Wyman. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science degree. Maurice Bard Martel, Cody Hughes, Amber Ralph, Trevin Treese, Brittany Claire Wrinkle, Mackenzie Coleman, Luisa Sochima Ekim, Brian Gaines, Raven Adele Johnson, Taryn Alyssa Young, Jennifer M. Alexander, Sonica Sunny Bang, Alexander Ross Bien, Joanna Remisha Christopher, Taryn Elizabeth Endress, Shavana Lakeisha Jean Graham, April Grennan, Jessica Nicole Harder, Danielle Harvey, Delicia Nicole Heron, Haley Nicole James, David R. Knowles, Alyssa Marie Levins, Shelby Sigler, Presley Logan Taylor, Michael Vu, Shaquila M. Williams. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Education degree. Anais Shufflin Swain Barzowski, Brendan Dale Bradley, Sarah Darcy Rogers, Evan Alexander Bailey, Justin Lee Brooks, Hannah Elizabeth Cox, Erin Michelle Kramer, Connor John Duncan, Louis Bernard Edwards II, Sarah Elizabeth Estelle, Addison Hope Frazier, Mackenzie Hayes, Hayden Paul Hogue, Marta Morga Alonso, Catherine Eileen Obar, Tammy H. Perry, Elizabeth Rapaloe, John Joseph Schutz, Hannah Bowden Tate, Ashley Ray Binbow Scarborough, Ryan Phillip Bittner, Bethany Andrea Boyd, Kendra Brown, Kristen Cook, Luke Davis, Alyssa Garza, Shannon Sierra Gray, Jansen Gray, Summer Elizabeth Pennington, Lakeisha Shaw, Grace Shorter, Julia Claudine Valencia, Samuel Clark Washington, Zachary Robert Ware, Emily Wood, Latoya Nakisha Akins, Marisha Jarnay Allen, Jessica Christine Andre, Zach Turner Barnes, Mariah Octavia Renee Brown, Alexis Nicole Copeland, Samuel Kraft, Tierra Shantae Cross, Tabitha Elizabeth Davis, Jessie Ann Doyle, Catherine Nicole Faust, Kirby Nicole Gorham, Ladarius Martez Gant, Jasmine Jenkins, James Brandon Johnson, Marzell Devontae Knowles, Willie Ernest Lacey III, Allison Eunice Maldonado, Ryan Allen Marston, McKenna Marie Maddox, Jared Anderson Morrison, August Moon Myers, Roy Philip Pablo Jr., Keandra Page, Sabrina Palacio, Rachel Burke Priest, Eric Michael Pugh, Jalicia Michelle Russell, Carmen Nicole Savage, Shauna Tanashatrice Settles, Spencer James Smith, Victoria Ray Stevenson, Madison Stewart, William T. Stewart II, Yarusha Stennis, Gwyneth Jean Stecker, Alexandra Lee Thompson, David Marion Tillman III, Adriana Todd Simons, Shernard Wallace, Kayla Renee Wright, Sarah Elizabeth Zellers, Catherine Ann Crisp, these are the graduates who have earned a degree in the College of Education, Candy Hill-Clar, Dean. The following candidates have earned the Education Specialist degree: Reagan Elizabeth Chandler, Carrie Lynn Jones, Charmaine Ann Cruz Patino, Destiny Ariel Smith, Rachel Frances Thompson, Gregory Alexander Woodbury. The following candidates have earned the Master of Arts in Teaching degree. Daniel Everett Banks III. Lauren I. Barksdale. Amanda L. Clarkson. Lauren Eklund. Catherine Lynette Edson. Lauren E. Flanagan. Savannah Self Forsyth. Bridget L. Gaston. Shannon Marie Gleason. Stacy Lynn Hildebrand. Erica Pardue Hip. Rashay Saran Long Holmes. Jocelyn Faith Hoyle. Judy Nafati. Christian D. Moore. Latoya Danielle Moore. Megan Danae Piker. Arthur Leo Scott. Lisa C. Shelton. Marina Simpson. Allison Rachel Taylor. Matthew Jordan Watts. The following candidates have earned the Master of Science degree. Najla Aluhaidan. Jose Ramon Arroyo. Bagwani Bai. Connie Marie Beck. Brady Boyd. Amanda Michelle Chain. Sarah Ann Cooney. Brian Thomas Deal. Melissa Dawn Doles. Frances Isabel Elmo. Amanda Janae Frazier. Emily Michelle Gafford. Gregory Michael Mason. Mackenzie May Perkins. Alexandra Pryor. Danielle Pulliam. Melissa Diane Rogers. Caroline Schratz. Madison K. Shepard. Lisa Marie Starnes. Ryan Allen Wade. Lana Maria Wells. Jasmine Wiley. Caroline Virginia Young. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Education degree. Raneen Khaled Ahmad. Madeline Ayers. Rosemary D. Baker. Daniel Christopher Beebe. Taylor Ashlyn Bender. Rachel Elizabeth Brock. Blanche Michelle Kennedy. Erica Taylor Gray. Rachel Marie Hardy. Katira Jalea Martin. Mio Namba. Macy Pruitt. Madison Casey Willis. Reagan Nicole Wright. Morgan Abrahamson. Rocio Agundis. Kaylee Baker. Sidonia Trishun Beverly. Lauren Elizabeth Sigalotti. Courtney Gail Klein. Kristen Cloud. Lee Allison Coleman. Audrey Engstrand. Allison Louise Hobach. Lauren Madison Hostetler. Alina Mangiani. Ellie Adele Maraboli. Abigail Barlanga Marbibi. Brianna Martin. Mackenzie Huffman Mayo. Lindsay McKinnon. Rika Pellman. Kayla Brienne Ratz. Hannah Marie Roberts. Crystal D. Rolfe Fields. Haley Moran Shackelford. Morgan Nicole Skinner. Sydney Raquel Smith. Jessica Tigner. Divine Vanesti. Julia Catherine Verrett. Erin Michelle Wallace. Whitney Ann Alexander. Katrina Patrice Arnold. Ashley Tremaine Brown Cole. Joshua Cooley. Julia Michelle Davis. Abigail Deanna Harden. Jessica Jarrett. Kayla R. Jernigan. Taylor Little. Tessa Nicole Lipford. Samantha Gray Slott. Cassie Ann Pearson. Samantha Nicole Ray. Penny Roberts. Leslie Rossellis. Hayden Wilson Scott. Amelia Lee Smith. Tori Day Turnipseed. Jeffrey Parker Van Cleve II. Emily Joy Wagner. Lee Ann Somerville. Laura Kathleen Abukrabi. Ashton Anderson. Jordan Blake Ballard. Charity Sierra Bradley. Evelyn Jean Brown. Taylor R. Cagle. Amber Castillo. Zipporah Christine Clark Garcia. Lakeisha Tamika Culpepper. Ngozi Ababari Gold Davis. Sydney Nicole Duncan. Shannon Ajane Gibson. Say your middle name. Cassia Shanisa Green. Precious T. Harris. Megan Lorraine Henderson. Misha Latre Hill. Tahori Cortez Holmes. Hannah Jenkins. Tasha Danielle Love. Hadil Mansour. Emily Mae Marsh. Bailey McMahon. Kiana Latrice Moorhead. Catherine Diane Murdoch. Erica Murphy. Teresa Wynn. Michelle Denise O'Connors. Kiana Rayner. Matthew L. Roberts. Erica Untresta Sears. Mary Jessica Steele. Camille Wiseman Stevens. Tina Marie Stevenson. Stephanie Lacey Stokes. Samantha Terry. Marquisha Vernay Thomas. Andrewnita Sharice Thompson. Emily Elizabeth Umfris. Shannon Elizabeth Vaughn. Sarah Marie Vienna. Tonasia Rochelle Wade. Nina LaShawn Walker. Christine White. Jessica Danielle Wills. Kanisha Rashay Wilson. Meryl Wingfield. These are the graduates who have earned a degree in the Lowenberg College of Nursing, Dr. Lynn Jean Dean. Briosha Marche May, Student Marshal for the Lowenberg College of Nursing, is receiving the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree. The following candidates have earned the Master of Science in Nursing degree. William Gregory Bottom. Becky Lynn Bruce. Kimberly Arnell Campbell Regueru. Vernicia Desherelle Davis. Deborah Delane Dillard. Lauren Davenport Easterwood. Jessica Marie Eller. Blake Andrew Embry. Lindsay Ann Gamble. Ballina Haney Griffey. Jacqueline Drake Grisham. Emily Jebba Jala. Madison Blythe Johnson. Megan Dennison Cowie. Christy Renee Moore. Tamala Venice Oglesby. W.C. Robinson Jr. Catherine Ruth Smith. Tina K. Zellers Smith. Katrina Rashawn Stafford. Elizabeth Sykes. Lauren Nicole Vanderberg. Miranda Demetra White. Ebony LaShawn Williams. Regina Williams. Shannon Aaron Williams. Tabitha Renee Woodard. Elizabeth Diane Zacher. Meijan Zheng. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree. Jamie Elise Elasso. Alicia Nicole Bingham Huddleston. Kelsey Blankenship. Diane Catherine Butler. Catherine Elizabeth Canup. John Tyler Delk, Megan Lynette Frew, Elizabeth Christina Jones, Joshua Lawrence, Marina Lee, Rebecca Luby, John Adam Miller, Erin Diane Russell, Kari Marie Baker, Stephanie Berry, Nicole Joyce Bernard, Megan Christensen, Erin Brooke Dennis, Morgan Christine Embry, Amanda Steele Ferguson, Blake Nicklin Garrett, Natika R. Gott, Kirby Kathleen Gross, Janae Latrice Henderson, Maggie Herron, Kanisha Nicole Ingram, Brianna Irvin, Colton Bradley James, Abigail Ritter Jones, Madison Taylor Curley, Caitlin Irene Lessenberry, Michael Ross Lovell, LaKendrick D. Lyons, Vanessa Ladoris Nichols, Wrinkle Chetan Patel, Bradley Roush, Rachel Michelle Smith, Cordelia Shanquell Taylor, Karen Maria Wildermuth, Sarah Marie Willis, Katie Nicole Ewell, Noor A. Amro, Sarah Marie Aragon, Savannah Joyce Basie, Raven Shanice Bell, Summer Berryhill, Whitney Brooke Black, Molly Ann Bond, Caitlin Alexander Boyd, Christine Ann Brewer, Danielle Denise Briggs, Carly Beth Burleson, Joyce M. Burnett, Chastity Butler Cheney, Makia Page Chilcutt, Brian Clinton, Adrian Tennille Coleman, Courtney Curry, Courtney Melinda Davis, Jocelyn Demetris Dean, Constance Kelishandi Dillon, David Eric Donahue Jr., Shaliqua A. Farmarch, Holly Angela Fields, Liliana Galvan, Hope Adele Galt, Jeanette Giles, Destiny Cherie Gooden, Robin Denise Grisanti, Stephen Michael Harris, Lauren Elizabeth Hubbard, Tiffany Chantal Hewley, Madison Johnson, Leanne Johnson, Ashley Marie Lynch, Janie Denise Martin, Rebecca Matheny, Ashley Kate McGray, Andrew John Michael, Michelle Lynn Norcross. Jennifer Lynn Patello. Mary Faith Peeney. Summer Pugh. Laura D. Reynolds. Shelby Russell. Chandrea Rutherford. Nicole Savannah Suspenzi. Lydia Ann Spears. Dominique LaShawn Stewart. Kristen Page Stocking. Jody Lee Stoops. Shamika Sharnice Taylor. Nicholas David Turner. Amanda Lynn Van Zant. Cole Hardin Vest. Kimberly LaRue Warren. Marlicia Roche Washington. Arnisha Williams. Kayla Annette Young. Jennifer Yu. These are the graduates who have earned a degree in the Kimmons-Wilson School of Hospitality and Resort Management. Dr. Radesh Palakirti, Director and Professor. Anshi Wang, Student Marshal for the Kimmons-Wilson School of Hospitality and Resort Management, is receiving the Bachelor of Arts degree. The following candidates have earned the Master of Science degree. Nashara Latrice Askew. Norman Eugene Simpkins O'Neill III. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Arts degree. Laura Teat. Joanna Bernardini. Kaylee Jean Donovan. Erica Lynn Paulantonio. Yang Zhu. Tiana Shalise Bean. Matthew Bean. Taylor Ann Good. Carrie Holt. Heather R. Mahundro. Callan Nix. Kristen Laura Oglesby. Jen Kin. Christopher Scott Seam. Virginia Rebecca Thurmond. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Education degree. Colby James Chevalier. Sharday M. Greenlee. Trevor Eiseminger. Daniel Harrison Nordwall. Zachary Osmond Carter. Brandon Keith Branch. Christopher Lloyd Eddings. Adam Christopher Hartz. Sarah Caitlin Johnson. Peyton A. Jones. Christopher Andrew Keepo. Benjamin Ross. Philip Ray Sumter. Dontavius Swift. Jeremy Lamarckswort.
These are the graduates who have earned a degree in the Fogelman College of Business and Economics. Dr. Rajiv Grover, Dean. Mary Ellen Learned, Student Marshal for the Fogelman College of Business and Economics, is receiving the Bachelor of Business Administration degree. The following candidates have earned the Master of Business Administration degree. Rebecca Bowler, Erica Monique Douglas, Jayandra Parush Dakal, Lindsay Caitlin Crane, Freddie Lee Mitchell, Jr., Etha Brene Couch, Teresa Holly Chernushin, Mark Edward Kalbus, Patricia Bruce Freezy, Fozia Khan, Jordan King, Ryan Norman Landry, Gordon Addison Logan, Mark Alexander Nesbitt, Lavanya Naga Panchalamari, Kaushik Parthasarati, Sumira Salahuddin, Takahiro Sano, Yannick Shali, Madeline Ray Symington, Matthew Alexander Strohacker, Benjamin Allen Tucker, Ryan Lee Van Dusen. The following candidates have earned the Master of Science degree. Abdullahi Abdishakar Abdullahi, Brooke Faye Benjamin, Zihong Tan, Bharat Brahmachari, Anirudh Kumar Budhiraju Raja, Willie A. Burley, Yogesh Chintamwar, Taryn V. Collier, Annie Marie Cunningham, Dania Farouk, Mala Govindaru, Sausan M. Hamadi, Fenora N. Mogani, Shelby Jane Hines, Wendy Marie Hines, Meek Young Lee, Christina Fong No, Kanaka Ratna Sudyanja Nitala, Brett C. Reberg, Sai Srividya Takalapati, Baharath Reddy Tippereddy, Monica Kunaparayu, Venkatash Verma Manduputti, Bhagya Rekha R. Alturi, Anusha Kakani, Chase Thrasher, Yelizaveta Timchenko, Jared Avery Wheeler, Venkata Surendra Pala. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Business Administration degree. Austin Ray Cantu, Blake Adam Chandler, Hannah Jeanette Cullen, Kelsey Doty, Carson Gilbert, Mary Elizabeth Hobday, Alexandra Margaret James, Zachary Ryan Kurtzman, Christine D. Lee, Caitlin Ann Lilly, Catherine Kendall Major, Lily Catherine Mastrin, Ethel McGowan Latorre, Candice Faith Medlin, Alisa Jamel Moore, Dennis Tyler Stegall, Megan Christine Sullivan, Donald Kenneth Townsend III, Ty Anthony Trammell, Emily Lauren Valor. Jonathan Martin Vest. Shengjun Wang. Andrew Allen Yuant. Sarah Alwafai. Jamie Lynn Bailey. Jonathan N. Bailey. James Burkoltz. Ethan Bloom. Matthew Tyler Bonfray. Keegan Brady. Christopher Michael Brizentine. Hadley K. Brown. Anthony Jacob Cole. Andrea Cropper. Kevin Kumana. Chandler Birch Cummings. Andrew Lewis Dodson. Adrian Gallagher. Robert Michael Gallimore. Jonathan Robert Glenn. Kimberly Lauren Glover. Kristen Dallas Harness. Elizabeth A. Haast. Lori He. John Samuel Hedge. Anne Elizabeth Heverly. Tori Estenzo Hill. Josiah Hurst. Kumba Hulye. Tammy Louie. Wesley Lawrence. Mariah Christine Marlowe. Caitlin McKay. Laura Jo Miller. Michael Morris. Natalie Moore. Jared Lamont Moses. Elena Ortego. Argatim Papraniku. Joseph James Pascarella. Mackenzie Shelby Deanne Paxson. Shelby Pygott. Joshua Thomas Clay Richard. Connor Daniel Ryan. Adam Hussein Sikander. Charity Dawn Summers. Zachary Thomas Swaw. Susan Shields Thompson. Anne Catherine Wint. Hannah Jean Marie Woodruff. Robert Allen. Edgar Osvaldo Anaya. Chastity Andrea Bailey. Matthew Bennett. Savannah Elizabeth Borman. Hannah Grace Bowman. Clarissa Butler. Shelby Renee Christian. Sydney Dawoon Chung. Amber Brenna Connor. Joseph Frank Detert. Shelby Logan Elkins. Chase Hunter Elliott. Samia A. Jubar. Harvey Norman Grillo, Jr. Emily Hayes. Jovian Hopkins. Nadine H. Itani. Josiah K. Carbo. Megan Grace Kraft. Jacob R. Leaker. Mariah Martini. Thomas D. McCaslin. Sarah Jean McDowell. Lainey Elizabeth Milliken. Tevin Tyrell Moore. Christian Alfonso Palomino Sanchez. Michaela Robbins. Fanny Judith Rodriguez. Benjamin Carl Rogers. Jenna Christine Schaffer. Morgan Shelton. Kristen Smith. Rochelle Shannon Spratlin. Rachel Marie Strout. Taylor Jordan Vaughn, Jr. Michael Walters. Amanda Weiss. Blake Allen White. Allison Marie Wilson. Kayla Morgan Witt. J. Allen Adams. Madison Kate Williams. Mustafa Adip Al-Sadiq. Remy Andrews. Jonathan Charles Arnold. Ethan Thomas Bailey. Andrea D. Barrett. Samuel Price Boyd. Jeremy Allen Braslow. Samuel Wade Brewer. Christian Romalotti Clark. Courtney Danielle Clark. Shaniqua Ladessa Corin. Reginald Leroy Conley. Austin J. Crum. Rodney Brian Dang. Mary Ellen Southall Delasho. Asif Nawaz Dodi. Michael H. Duvantre Jr. Jessica Nicole Evans. Reginald Farmer. Alexis Renee Flynn. Ryan Fonseca. Luke Franklin. Dalton Fulcher. Dylan Keller Gannon. Tyler Garrett. Heather Renee Gillespie. Jonathan J. Goodlow. Allison Marie Goodwin. Knox Houston Greer. Alicia Renee Hale. Destiny A. Hall. Jasmine Shanae Hall. Jordan Scott Hall. Taylor Amanda Hammonds. Kimberly Gale Hargrove. Alicia Harris. Jasmine Latrice Harris. Tevin Jamal Hartz. Jessica E. Haste. Robert David Hawks, Jr. Courtney Renee Hicks. Jessica Shea Holiday. Alexander Christopher Honeycutt. Justin Liddell Howard. Edward Gray Hunderup. Travis A. Hyman. Elise Ann Ingram. Bradley Jeanette. Darian Dante Johnson. Jamil Tyrone Johnson. Brittany Marie Jones. Kennedy Drew Jones. Celie Grayson Jones. Youngwoo Kim. Amanda King. Christiana Knight. Samantha Lay. Rashad Lewis. Raven Lewis. Clay Russell Lineberry. Raymond Alexander Lipford. Elena Alejandra Lopez. Alejandro Alberto Lopez Martinez. Maricela Loza. Denisha N. Malone. Marcela Marmolejo. Morgan Anise Marshall. Adam Charles Mond. Clarissa Denise Mays. Tanika Denise McGregor. Janaea D. Amber McKinney. Corbin McOlgan. Omar Mohammed, Joseph Moore, Trevor Morgan, Jacob Scott Morton, Brendan O'Neill Mosley, Justin T. Mosier, Maya Neely, Melissa Ann Munns, Elizabeth Nguyen, Sarah Nguyen, Destiny Page Overman, Pratina Vibhishandra Patel, Bashni Pathar, Thomas Rhodes Peeler, Adam L. Perdue, Diana E. Perez, William Taylor Perkins, Sandra Pham, April Nicole Pigram, Brian Keith Polk, Marisha K. Porter, Samantha M. Preston, Holly R. Razheo, Talitha Sikari Ragland, Varel C. Raval, Jared Lyndon Reynolds Withers, Charles Rogers, Joshua W. Roughton, Stephen Myung Rowe, Camille L. Rowland, Abdul Jalil Youssef Saleh, Jamal Dewan Sanders, John Lloyd Shaneyfelt, Jonathan Daniel Simmers, Justin Skinner, Alexis Nicole Smith, Jacqueline Smith, Gavin Smithers, Sambat Arthur Soak, Andrew Preston Spencer, Emily Catherine Springer, William Anthony Stafford III, Latoya S. Stuckey, Aminullah Sultani, Larry Shun Summers Jr., John Garrett Sutton, Maju Silla, Sheridan N. Taylor, William Tenner, Braden Torian, Howard R. Tutor, Omar Ulloa, Justin Ricardo Underwood, Jarvis DeAngelo Valentine, Daniel Jeffrey Vaughn, Brittany Nicole Von Crane, Madison Shee Volmer, Emily Malia Wallace, Dominique Rashun Washington, Walter Watts, James A. Widener, Charnisha White, Kathleen L. White, Peyton White, Jennifer R. Whitwell, Kirsten Lee Wilkinson, Candace Nicole Williams, Trakia Williams, Joanna Monique Willis, Franklin Cole Wims Jones, LaGarrett Cortez Wooten, Gates Word, Ashley Danielle Wyman, Haley Lauren Young, Robert Andrew Young, Mandy L. Yao, Harry Stephen Coleman Jr., posthumously awarded, accepted by Amy M. Gordon, sister.
Let's give our graduates one last hand. I'm sure that all of you will want to join me in expressing a genuine sense of gratitude to a group of very special people. For several years now, they have worked alongside you as you pursued your educational goals. They have invested in your lives. And as I ask this representative group of faculty and administrators to stand, please join me in a final warm recognition of their support. Would the faculty and administrators please stand so we can recognize you? The completion of an academic degree is never done alone. Much appreciation and gratitude for support and encouragement is owed to those closest to us, our parents, spouses, siblings, partners, significant others, children, and friends. Will those in the audience today please stand so we can recognize and thank you, family and friends. Please stand. In your seat, you will find a gift from our commencement office for all of our graduates. It's a book called Life After School Explained. I hope that you'll find this book helpful. It also includes information on how to stay connected to the alumni and career services that are available after you graduate. I want to thank you, and let me encourage everyone that following the alma mater, please remain seated until the recessional is completed. Now please stand and turn to page 82 of your program, and please join us in singing the alma mater.